Going to be all kinds of dead air on here at the beginning. I figured I'd get... Yep, can't talk tonight either. We'll edit this out afterwards, but going to be lots of dead air at the beginning of this live stream. I figured I'd get launched up and running and make sure I had all the kinks out and make sure my video was looking good. So we are here for another live in the workshop, and we're just going to chill for a couple of minutes. Anybody pops in, you can start with, you got any questions or anything, but I got a bunch of stuff to share with you. So once this video gets uploaded and you're watching this after the live stream, there'll be lots of good stuff in there for you. And if you hear this, I forgot to cut it out. And if you didn't, or if you did hear it, I forgot to cut it out. And if you didn't hear it, doesn't matter, does it? Well, I see somebody popped in, so how are you? About another minute or two before everything gets going, but not sure who's in here yet. But we had the absolute best, most gorgeous hot day yet today. It was 30 degrees Celsius, which is damn near 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which to me is absolutely incredible. Actually, might even get a little bit of a, I wouldn't call it a sunburn, but it's there. So this last week with the handyman business has been through the roof. It always happens this time of year, and every year it gets a little easier, but sometimes I forget, and I think, oh, I'm going to get run over, or I'm never going to be able to handle it all. But you know what? I've got my ass in gear. I'm working to take weekends off, except today I worked Sunday, so there's that. We just moved a dentist from the old facility to the new one, and it was horrible. It was just, it was a great move, but it was a lot harder than we expected, and that happens. Spent the whole day outside today doing a bunch of landscaping, which was awesome. Absolutely loved that too, which is great. My son's been working with me this year, so I really appreciate having him. If you're watching this, Mac, thank you. All right, so we are going to dive right in. Anybody who happens to pop in, great. If not, you're watching this later. But got all kinds of cool, neat things on the go. So if you pop in, the first thing I want everybody to know is that down the road in the next few weeks, the live streams are going to become a regular, occurring, all the time sort of thing. So going to maybe make a little change to my schedule. We'll get to that a little bit later on, but I'm basically going to be here to do a live stream. So I'd love to have some interaction. So feedback number one, what would you like to see in these live streams? I would love to know what people are, looking for, way we can interact as a community, and bring questions, throw them at me all the time. That's what I want. I absolutely want people to come in and just share, if you have suggestions for me, great. If you have questions for me, also great. So just give me a second here. All right, so like I said, suggestions, that's what I'm looking for. I want to share with you guys an email I got. I'm not going to use the guy's name simply because I asked him and he said he'd rather not, and I respect that. So here's the email, and it's really cool. So here's an issue I encountered recently, and I'd like to get your feedback on how I addressed it and what you might do in a similar instance. A customer who I've done multiple jobs for, door installs, regular mowing, landscaping, etc., sent me several pictures today of places on her vinyl siding that were cracked or had small chunks missing. She felt that it was due to weed eater damage on my part. She asked that I repair them. First, I'd noticed some of the cracks last summer before I ever began doing lawn care. On my part, I failed to document that and mention to her beforehand. Second, while I don't think I contributed to the damage, I can't be sure that my trimmer mower didn't throw a rock or such that resulted in the damage. I've decided to repair the damage at no charge without admitting guilt. Good boy. I'm going to complete the repair tomorrow, and hopefully she'll find it satisfactory. I've taken before and after pictures. I've kept my receipts. Part of me is concerned she's trying to take advantage of the situation. Overall, I figured I'd eat the $80 or so in materials, a few hours of my time in order to maintain my good reputation. But I'm also considering dropping this customer from my mowing schedule and decline to do further work for her. I have accidentally damaged siding on a house before with a trimmer, and in that case, I immediately informed the customer and repaired it in a timely manner. Something just smells fishy to me. Perhaps this is just part of the business. So, Absolutely. You're going to get customers like that. And, I sent a nice lengthy email back to let him know what I thought, what I felt like he probably should do. And it's basically what he did. Although, I probably would have perhaps fired the customer as soon as it was done. I think that's what it sounds like he's heading toward anyway, which is, it is what it is. But yeah, that, as far as customers coming to you trying to get a little bit of something out of, basically trying to take advantage of you, it happens. Those are the type of customers you need to watch out for. Those are the type of customers that you don't keep around. So, I think he did the right thing. I'd probably try to make the customer right. The one suggestion I did make to him, though, was perhaps he would supply the labor, she would supply the materials, because he was pretty sure that he didn't do the damage, and it's a he said, she said kind of situation. So I might have left it at that. But either way, absolutely. Sometimes we're in this business just to keep our reputation good. Not always, but I absolutely would have fired that customer, 100%. So, next thing, I had another really cool email. This one came in from the website this week, and this person had watched my Berkey video and said great information, but their question was about my 3D printer. They saw on the February video that they were wondering how I'm progressing with my 3D printer now. That is my next planned purchase. Also saw advertised a new 3D metal printer. Haven't researched that yet, but will soon. Keep up the good work, fellow TSPer. You're an inspiration. So, that being said, I got to admit to something, is once the weather gets nice, I don't do a lot of indoor projects, which you guys probably are the same way. And the 3D printer is great, but like I've said in the past, I learn something and then I move on. And unfortunately, that has been what has happened with my 3D printer so far. I managed to print a 3D Marvel character for my daughter, which she loved. She thought it was really cool, and I liked that as well. And then I kind of moved on. I got into doing the cracky bins, that sort of thing, and then the business has just been really booming, and I haven't got back into the 3D printer. So we will get there. Absolutely, it happens. Liberty Station on float shared some plans for battery backup. So if you guys have ever seen the Joan, I guess is how we pronounce it, security system that I recommend, he came out and said that there's a really neat setup for battery backup. I'll throw the plans in the description below because it's kind of technical, but in a simple form, you could get a UPS, a uninterruptible power supply for a security system, and that would be about all you would need to at least run it. I know this security system doesn't take a lot of power, so, but yeah, a nice backup to your security system is great, because if the power's out, it's not recording. So I wanted to show you guys a couple of products that I tried out this week, which I thought were kind of cool. I don't know if anybody out there has seen this one yet, but it is the Touch and Foam No Warp. What I loved about this was, and it's not on the label right here, but it is supposedly reusable. So I'm running a test right now. I up a window the other day, and it says it's good for up to 3 weeks. So there's a little tip up there. You bring it around, snap it down into place, and keep it sealed. And then when you're ready, you cut the top off about halfway, and then re-eject the foam. So we're going to see. We'll do a Toolbox Tuesday video on this, and we'll see how it reacts. It hasn't gone hard in there yet, so I'm okay with that. And another really cool thing, I know, here we are. This is the new Eneloop, I guess they're called Eneloop Pro. They're the black, the high capacity batteries. And I picked one of these up. I've talked a little bit on social media to a couple of people. Costco has the Eneloop batteries. I didn't know this. They're about 10% cheaper. So I took a chance and picked some of these up. So we have a comparison video coming up of the Pro and the standard Eneloop batteries, just to see which ones work and which ones don't. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I had a question on MeWe, and they were asking what the big difference between the white and the black ones were. And basically, the black Eneloop batteries, these little guys right there, those are the high capacity. So if you're into milliamps, these are 2,550 milliamps, and the white ones are right around 2,000. maybe 2100. And the white ones are good for 1,000 recharges, and the black, no, sorry, 2,000 recharges, and the black ones are good for up to 500. The white ones will hold a significant charge, I believe it's 70% for 10 years, and these guys lose 15% after the first year. So if you're looking for a higher capacity one, these are the beast. And if you're looking for a longer lasting one, the traditional white Eneloop batteries are the way to go. So anyway, keep an eye out. I got either a tool time review or a Tuesday toolbox coming up on these guys. And we're going to do a comparison on chargers as well. So if you guys out there, if you're watching this later on, have any suggestions for chargers you'd like me to try out, we can give it a go. I got my regular PowerX that I use all the time, which is great. And then this guy's got a little one in there, which is kind of cool too. So I don't know if you guys can see these right here. Tough built C600s. These are brand spanking new. Just picked them up at Princess Auto yesterday, which is basically like the Canadian version of Harbor Freight. I didn't even know they carried these. I was looking at the quick release ones, and I can't remember the brand right now, but Eric over on MeWe told me that he'd bought these because he saved, it was $50 or $75 total in the pair by going with these ones. Now they're not a quick release. You push a button, you fold them down, everything comes out, which is cool. They're solid, but my main thing is I need a portable, compact, storable, folding sawhorse. So that's what I got. That's what I went with. Check those guys out. There'd definitely be a Tool Time gear review coming up down the road with those little buggers. All kinds. So yes. Oh man, I know this is a whole bunch of different things tonight all over the board, but been using these kind of as a test to get some information out there. So if you guys are into podcasts, I have decided, or I'm sure you've seen on social media, that all of my weekly videos are going to be captured in audio form. So if you're on Odyssey, which you know I love, you can listen to it over there because they natively support MP3 files. But the weekly workshop, I guess, for lack of a better name right now, is on Spotify and Anchor.fm and a whole bunch of different platforms. I'm not going to start releasing the links until it gets on Google Podcast and Apple Podcast and that sort of thing. But once they do, if you'd prefer to listen to me as opposed to look at this beautiful mug, then you'll be able to pop it in and listen to it while you're driving to work or hustling your ass off like I do. Spend my day with my ear pods in, listening to audiobooks and podcasts, sort of thing. So I wanted to share with you guys, we got a bunch of other things. So if anybody pops in, if you got any questions or any, I know if anybody is new and coming in right now, it was 30 degrees here today, 90 degrees, beautiful working weather, which I loved. Maybe got my first little sunburn of the year, although I don't really sunburn, but just wondering what you guys are up to this weekend. I'm sure you're getting shit done like I did. Had to race home and have a shower because, well, I was covered in dirt today, which is a good thing. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys, actually I wanted to throw out to you guys, so I'd like a little feedback on this, whether you're watching it live tonight or down the road. So first off, you guys know my schedule is 5 days a week content, and it's always going to be 5 days a week, but I'm thinking about maybe making a little change. Nothing too serious, but the live stream, number one, I would like to make this a regular on Sunday nights. Basically, kill a few birds with one stone, but I'd love to get on here and interact with you guys every single Sunday night, probably right around the same time. And because of that, that would make 6 pieces of content a week, and I'm not ready to commit to 6. 5's enough for me. So what I am thinking about doing is possibly eliminating my Friday growing video, which I love, but it seems to have run its course, and it overlaps a lot with my Money Making Minute videos on Monday. So anyway, I'm looking at maybe combining the two and expanding the Money Making Minute on Monday a little bit. I'll have some of my top 5 money making service videos. All of that will be there, some really cool top 5 videos, but I'll basically be moving to a Saturday through Wednesday cycle. So you have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday videos, and then Thursday, Friday, you won't have anything from me, and then back. You guys know about it first. So basically, here's what I was really at is this live stream thing, and I want to build this up into something really cool. But basically, it's going to be a 4-week schedule. 1 week will be this kind of listen to me ramble on, but basically a social media catch up. I'll share with you guys all the best questions that I get about recommended products, that sort of thing. Any questions that anybody asks me that I think, oh yeah, I should probably share this with you. And, so basically the first week will be a social media catch up. Second week, and this is where I'm looking at doing some different things. I don't know anyone else doing live tool reviews. I don't know. Anyway, but what I'm looking at, oh, somebody's looking for a video about setting up businesses. Just starting to look at them getting busy doing stuff. There we go. Anyway, I lost it, but we'll pop it in there in a second. So yeah, so the second one is going to be 1 year later tool reviews. So I'm coming up on, I think maybe next week is a full year since I've been doing my Tool Time gear review videos. And I think my very first one was my pole saw, my DeWalt pole saw. So I am looking at doing that. And I would love to share my 1 year later thoughts live with you. And then it can become part of my ongoing tool reviews down the road. So that'll be number 2. Number 3 will be where we can talk about new products and tools of the month. So stuff that you guys see, you can send me suggestions, some cool things I see on Instagram. I'd love to chat with you about that, just so we have kind of an ongoing theme or overall structure to it. Now, here's the best one, and this is, if you guys know Chicken Hawk, he was in my Tool Time collab video. Thanks again. In that, he told me about StreamYard, and this is a multi-user streaming platform that runs straight through a browser, and it'll automatically send it out to YouTube. I'm going to do a test on it here coming up soon. And the idea is that I would love to do a live stream collaboration once a month. So, it could be Handyman once a month, could be Handyman every month, who knows? Or it could be some of my friends from the preparedness industry, some people from the TSP community, the survival podcast community, whatever. Anyway, so if you are out there and you're interested in possibly being part of one of those, that would be great. I know my buddy Joseph he'd mentioned to me that he'd love to test one of these out with me. So we're going to try that down the road. But the whole idea is that we'll have a nice, really cool 4-week schedule of some really cool content going on with the live stream. So there's that. Anyway, so that'll be some of the changes. And yeah, I thought it would be kind of neat to try something a little bit different. You guys have heard me in my videos, the whole throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. Well, that's the idea. I kind of feel like my growing series might be growing a little bit old. No, not really, but it's kind of run its course for a little bit. I may come back to it, but I would love to get into doing these live streams on a regular basis. So I had one more email I wanted to share with you guys, and you guys know I'm a big fan of Odyssey. And I got this email a little while ago, and it was, I saw that on your Instagram that you do videos on a site called Odyssey, and I'm starting to think about doing videos and research on YouTube. I'm a bit behind with the times. I just started on social media 11 months ago. I know that I want to grow my business. I need to reach a bigger audience. And when I did seminars and workshops in person back in the day, when I did this as a side hustle, there were places that had great turnouts and others that didn't. So uploading videos seemed to be the next logical spot. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind maybe sharing your opinion with me as to which you like better, YouTube or Odyssey, or even some of the primary differences you have found. Like I said, I'm just in the research stage. I really like to look at what's out there. So basically, anyway, I sent a nice long email back. It's a good friend of mine, also a customer, and she has a really interesting business, which I love. So I do have a video on there about YouTube versus Odyssey. And honestly, my conclusion in that video, spoiler alert, is why not both? Especially when you're a new content creator, there is nothing better than trying a whole bunch of different platforms to see which ones work best for you. And I love Odyssey. It's a way for content creators to make real money real quick or sooner, which is really cool. And it's awesome. But YouTube is still the largest platform out there. It is still the one with the biggest potential audience, so you don't want to leave money on the table. And as far as my videos go, my tool videos continuously get a ton of traction and audience on YouTube all the time, and which is great, Now, as far as Odyssey, I've got about a quarter of the subscribers over there, and my new videos get just about as many views as my new videos on YouTube. But the staying power right now is on YouTube. So, my videos, a lot of them trend like this and then like that. Whereas with Odyssey, they trend like this and then off like this for now. Now, I know as the audience grows, There'll be more and more of that. And I do see a lot of my older videos picking up steam on there. Not a ton, but every time a new user comes in, they go on and they pick a few more out and they really like it, which is great. But there just isn't the rewatching going on over there yet. So, you know, there is what there is. Now, I did see a comment in there, and I don't know. Let's see if this old man can figure out how to do that. Live chat. There we are. Whoops. Anyway, so there was a request in... Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry, guys. It says, hey, buddy, I am wondering if you could make a video about setting up your business. Just starting to look as I'm getting busy doing stuff on the side at the moment. Thanks. It's from Steven. So, yes, absolutely we can do that. And maybe even we could... Maybe that would be something that I could have some discussion with a couple other handymen or a couple other side hustlers. So if you guys know anybody out there that might be interested in doing a collab live stream, I would love to get a bunch of different voices on there, because I'm sure you guys get tired of listening to this old man blather on and on once in a while. So yes, we will look at that down the road. And I know I had a couple of people message me earlier, said, hey, I was going to come to the live stream, but I'm busy this week, which means the world to me that they even think about me to message me and tell me that. But anyway, so that's it for this week, guys. I'm going to try to edit out a little bit at the very beginning when this gets uploaded. If you get any follow-up, any feedback, anything like that, you can go over to toolmantim.co, message me from there, email me at therealtimcook. And also, if you guys are looking for any solutions to any problems, check out the Today's Tool section on there. You guys will find all kinds of cool products that I've used that I recommend. And, you know, as always, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, and have a great week.